Today I'm gonna share decorating mistakes which everyone makes, even I made when I was doing my living room, so you can skip the hassle and get it right the first time. Hi, I am Arwa. I love sharing my design experience to make your home lovely on a budget. I'll be sharing 7 living room decorating mistakes and how you can easily avoid them. Designing a living room can be a lot of fun, but it can also be very tricky. The last thing you want is to spot a mistake after the project is done. I'll share with you how you can avoid common errors so that you can plan things the right way. One crucial detail to get right is your rug. Since it's one of the first things that people notice when they walk in, picking the wrong size can really throw off the whole look of your space. Rugs does more than just make your feet feel comfortable, it pulls the whole room together. If the rug is too small or too big, things can look out of place, like they don't really go together. It's important that everything fits well in the space, and that includes your rug too. A good rule to follow is that you make sure the front leg of the furniture sits on the rug. This makes whole room feels pulled together. It helps your furniture to look more balanced and it brings everything in place. Plus, it makes the room feel more comfortable and welcoming to spend time in. In Dubai, we had access to some incredible rugs from all over the world. I made the mistake of buying a beautiful one from there and bringing it to US. But guess what? Our living room is so small, the rug felt like something out of the Gulliver's Travels. Who says overplanning is always a bad thing? Speaking of planning, one important factor to keep in mind is forgetting scale and proportion. In solving your problem of having a small living room, you tend to push furniture against the wall to make it look bigger. But that does not actually fix your problem. It only makes your space feel awkward and spread out. And let's be honest, nobody wants that. You don't want people having to raise their voices just to talk across the room. Instead, group your furniture in a way that encourages interaction and make conversations easy. Placing my sofa in the center facing the TV with 2 chairs angled inward creates a cozy setup where everyone can easily interact, whether they are watching a show or just hanging out. When it comes to coordinating pieces, finding the right balance is key. Overloading on matching furniture can make the space feel boring and flat. While it's nice to have some coordination, too much can make your room look plain and lacking in personality. Here I'm not gonna share my brown sofa story again, but yes, once I had living room with big brown sofas. Just don't be scared to try different colors. You can add some contrast and pattern to your space. This will make your room feel more alive and fun. When it comes to furniture, it's important to remember scale. Oversized pieces in a small room can make the space feel cramped and tight. Having right-sized furniture will help keep the room open and allow for easy movement. Always measure your space before buying big pieces to make sure that they fit well and don't overwhelm the space. I find it really helpful while I'm selecting pieces to look for ones that can adjust in size. For example, my dining table. It's small and elegant, but it can extend to seat 8 guests when needed. Speaking of balance, same goes for small decor. It's easy to get carried away with cute little items, but too many can make your space feel cluttered and chaotic instead of cozy. To keep things balanced, pick a few standout pieces that really mean something to you. When it comes to decor, less is always more. And if you buy something new, don't hesitate to donate your old pieces. It's a great way to give them a second life and help someone else to make their home beautiful too. Another way to make a strong impact is through art you select for your walls. Instead of just filling empty spaces, choose pieces that truly stand out and reflect your style. I remember once I wanted to create a partition in my open-plan living room. Instead of using a regular wall or divider, I found a massive fabric portrait at Global Village in Dubai and had it hung from the ceiling. It was a bit tricky, but it totally transformed the room and became a great conversation starter. My tip here is that you look for art that speaks to you. Don't just pick something because the wall feels empty. Choose pieces that reflect your personality and tells a story, whether it's a photo, painting, or decorations. When you make it personal, your space truly becomes your own. It's easy to get caught up in making your living room beautiful, but comfort should always come first, because it's the one place where you relax, spend time with family, and entertain your guests. You guys, I understand a stylish setup is tempting, but if it's not comfortable, you won't enjoy it as much. In my living room, we spend most of our evenings as a family, so I make sure it's both welcoming for guests and cozy for us. Well, I love a good design, but I cannot compromise on comfort. A sofa that looks amazing but is uncomfortable won't get much use, right? The same idea applies in picking a coffee table. Choose one that looks great but also fits your family's needs. Remember, your living room should fit your style, not the other way around. If you design around how you use the space, you'll get the best of both worlds. A room that's both stylish and comfortable. You guys, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more design tips on a budget, and I'll see you next time.